If you're hearing this, stay seated. Do not get up. Do not look around. Most importantly, if the bell rings again, you've already been marked. This is a non-scheduled transmission from the Office of Campus Temporal Integrity. What you're about to hear has been redacted from official school records. You weren't supposed to know this. You weren't supposed to remember this. But we believe you heard it today. The second bell. And if that's true, you are already in danger. You may have noticed subtle changes. It starts small. A clock that lags behind your phone. Your teacher calling you by your full name, even though you've only ever gone by your nickname. A moment of silence in class that stretches just a second too long. The bell rings. Everyone stands, but you hesitate. Something feels off. Then it rings again. Only a few students hear it. Fewer react. They freeze. Or worse, they turn and sit back down. Those students do not come back the next day. Their lockers are empty, their desks reassigned. But their names are still called during roll, and no one questions it. You might also notice desks that weren't there yesterday. Hallways slightly too long. A room that was under renovation last week is suddenly functional again, but filled with students you don't recognize. Your reflection will begin to delay. Your shadow will point in the wrong direction. Your name will appear written in places you never visited. The more you notice, the more they do, too. The first documented double bell event occurred on September 12, 1998 at Jefferson High. 3 students heard a second bell ring precisely 11 seconds after the standard dismissal tone. They were last seen heading toward the stairwell near the east exit. Their teacher said they walked like they already knew the way. Later that day, room 2B was found locked from the inside. On the board, written in red chalk, was a phrase no one could explain. They moved on time. You did not. Their disappearance was never reported publicly. A construction notice was issued. That building wing no longer exists. But if you walk behind the old gym, sometimes you'll still hear the bell. They said it was renovations. They said the bell malfunctioned. They said the hallway always ended there. But they never found the source of the second tone. This is your only warning. If you've heard the bell twice, you must follow these instructions exactly. 1. Do not stand immediately. Remain seated for at least 13 seconds after the first bell. This gives the simulation time to stabilize. 2. If the second bell rings, cover your ears. It's not just a sound, it's a key. And if you hear the full tone, it opens something inside you. 3. Do not follow the crowd. Most of them aren't real. They're placeholders. Echoes designed to move in sync. If you look closely, some don't blink. Some don't cast shadows. Check the floor tiles. If you see a white tile where there should be gray, stop walking. You're in the duplicated wing, and you won't be able to leave without help. 5. If a teacher touches your shoulder after the second bell, do not look at their face. That's not your teacher anymore. They've been reset. They're watching for eye contact. It confirms your awareness. It finalizes your transfer. 6. If you hear your name whispered from the loudspeaker during the second bell, do not respond. That version of you is already in the hallway, and it's waiting to be let back in. There is no attendance record for you anymore. You are not marked present. You are marked pending. Here's the part they never tell you. The bell doesn't signal the end of class. It signals the opening of a mirror class. For every lesson taught here, there is another version, taught in the identical classroom, in a school that looks exactly like yours, down to the graffiti in the bathroom and the dust in the trophy case. But that version isn't yours. That version isn't real. It's where they send the ones who failed to follow the protocol. You're not dismissed. You're reassigned. They've been watching to see if you notice. The second bell isn't late. It's early. You're late. You failed the test, and the classroom doesn't forget. If you've noticed people avoiding you this week, if your friends seem to hesitate before greeting you, if your dog barked when you came home and wouldn't stop, then you've already started to fade. You're not blending in. You're bleeding out. If you're still here, still seated, there may still be time. Look at your hands. Count your fingers. If there are more than 10, don't scream. You may hear the bell again while watching this video. If you do, stop the video immediately and do not move. If your screen glitches, if your lights flicker, if you hear breathing behind your chair, do not turn around. It is never behind you. It is already in your seat. Check your name on today's attendance sheet. If someone else signed it, run, but not toward the exit. They're waiting there. Instead, go to the third-floor girls' bathroom, even if you're not allowed. Open the supply closet. There will be a mirror. If your reflection stares too long, that's not you. If it blinks after you do, that's not you. If it smiles when you don't, you've been replaced. And the you watching this message right now, you were supposed to stay seated. Do not stand. Do not stand. Do not